The temple in Jerusalem, the Jewish temple in Jerusalem, is stated to be a place of prayer for all nations. I am hoping in the near future to be able to go to the Temple Mount, to ascend and pray where the temple, or where a non-Jew is allowed to pray, towards the temple, facing towards the front of the temple. Currently, there's two theories as to where the location would be of the temple. One is the traditional location, which is the Dome of the Rock, and that the Dome of the Rock would either be where the altar stood or the Holy of Holies. The two different ideas regarding that location. People usually go up. They go forward from the front gate, from the in gate for non-Muslims, and continue straight forward along the Al-Aqsa Mosque to a point about halfway through past the mosque. There's a stairway. At that stairway, then they go diagonally across and then continue along the eastern wall to the place where they pray, facing towards the traditional location of the temple. There's a second possible location of the temple, probably just as probable as the traditional location, that is in the southern plaza of the current Temple Mount, between the mosque and the Dome of the Rock. If that's the location, it's theoretically okay for the Jews to cut across diagonally, because the elevation would have been different from the old days. So the truma issue, which is important for the Jews, is helped because they're walking at a level higher. Whereas for a non-Jew, we're not concerned about truma. That doesn't apply to spiritual cleanliness, uncleanliness doesn't really apply to non-Jews. Our issue is we're not allowed to walk on the campus itself, including the women's courtyard, which is where that diagonal walking place would cut across. So if it's the southern location, I would not be allowed to walk the way that the normal people usually walk. My idea is to walk clockwise from the in gate, the gate where people walk in, past the out gate, and hopefully security won't look at me weird, past the out gate, and continue all the way around the Dome of the Rock complex over to the Solomon Stables, which is in the southeast corner of the complex. Then, being in front of the southern possible temple, which would be sort of facing the Al-Qas fountain area, begin prayers, continue until I get to somewhere between the two possible locations, prostrate in an area that would be acceptable to people that are usually going that way, but my heart would be towards either location, because I don't know which location is real, and then continue on the way that the prayer people usually go. The people that go up to pray usually go back to the out gate and back into the city of Jerusalem. Please let me know if you think this plan would work, if anyone has any ideas. One question is, are we today allowed to take up my sitter with me, or do I still have to use a phone? I do have my sitter on the phone, a Noahide sitter. It's much shorter than the Jewish sitter. It's on my phone. I could use that. But if there's any tips, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.